Danny Garcia looked like Danny Garcia. He had a great performance versus Adrian Granados last night. Did have a chance to watch the Fox card because I was really watching the top rank card. Because I thought it was a better card. I can't even remember the fights that were on the Danny Garcia Granados one, but I didn't hear too much about it, so probably nothing special. But Danny Garcia, man, dude has. I will say it right now. Danny Garcia has the best timing in boxing today. That's dude. Give it up to the man. Philly, they got one. Danny Garcia is a good fighter, man. Um, I know it's Adrian Granados. I'm not, like, oh my God, he's Roberto Duran. I'm not saying that, but in terms of the top welterweights, he's clearly still it's levels, man. Levels to this game. You got Terrence, Earl, Keith, Sean, Danny. Those are the top five welterweights. They can beat each other. Everyone else still got some growing to do. Not saying certain styles couldn't give him issues, just like Ugas did to Sean Porter recently. Um, Lamont Peterson versus Garcia in the past, stuff like that. But, Lopez, Keith Thurman, he had a nice moment. But all in all, those are the top five welterweights, man. Danny Garcia looked great. Um, Granados was game, As always, that's what I expected. Um, did good early in the first round, but the second half or the last minute or so, Danny was starting to tag him with that left hook, that magic left hook, the right hand. Um, he still can't cut the ring off. That's the problem with Danny. He's a phenomenal counter puncher. He's an underrated, boxer, but he just doesn't have good feet. Um, he still can't cut the ring off. His jab, not that great. Um, he's really good with that left hook, though. There's some kodo to him in that, Puerto Rico. I don't know what it is about Puerto Ricans. I don't want to, what's the word? Stereotype. But, Puerto Rican descents, man. They that left hook is magical. Cotto with the left hook, Tito with the left hook. Puerto Rican American Danny Garcia, that left hook. I don't know what it is with Puerto Ricans and left hooks, but it is wet, man. That he can't miss. He was timing Adrian the entire fight with that left hook, and Danny got a nice right hook. Not a lot of conventional fighters have a good right hook. Actually, a lot of fighters in general don't have a right hook, whether it's southpaw or a conventional fighter. But Danny's right hook was good. He landed some nice combinations. He wasn't always able to corner Adrian Granados on the ropes, but when he did, he was tagging him. He dropped Granados in the first round, put him on his butt, in the first round. I think he dropped him again in the fifth round. He dropped him again with some nice combos, and then this fight was stopped just because Granados was just on the ropes, just getting tagged up. And the ref stopped it. His corner man or his trainer was about to stop the fight. I think in round 5, but Granados was like, "No, I'm game. I can get it." But Granados is tough. Nothing I wouldn't expect. But Danny was just better. Straight up, he was just a better fighter. So salute to Danny Garcia, phenomenal performance. It's tricky because don't see PBC sending Danny Garcia to any of these dudes to face Terrence Crawford until they have to. So I'm trying to think because if Floyd is legit, not coming back, which is not official, but I don't know what Pacquiao's going to do because Pacquiao, he might try to fight Garcia, because Danny Garcia got a name, say what you want about the guy, but viewership numbers are usually pretty solid. He's got a hell of a resume. Danny's got a really good. He's probably got one of the best resumes in boxing right now. Danny Garcia, Canelo, Um, I like Sean's resume at welterweight. Crawford's resume is cool. Loma's resume is cool, but I think Kovalev got a nice resume. But I think Canelo and Danny Garcia probably got the best top to bottom resume. Danny, he fought Randall Bailey, Nate Campbell, Kendall Holt, Eric Morales twice, Zab Judah, Amir Khan in his prime, Lamont Peterson, Lucas Matisse in his prime. He fought Mauricio Herrera. He fought Paulie, Eleven Guerrero, Keith, Sean, Rios. Danny got bodies, bro. Danny got arrested. He's got what, 35 fights? And 14 of them were solid names at one point in their sport. Like that's Danny's got a banging resume. I'm not saying he hasn't had gift decisions or a couple of fights that he shouldn't have taken. Rod Salka, that's the popular one. Gift decision versus Herrera. I agree. I thought he should have lost that one. Peterson, kind of like Wilder Fury. Like, I'm not mad at the decision, really. Had close losses to Thurman and Porter. So Danny's a dude, man. He's tough. Hell of a beard, good power at welterweight. I think he hits harder than Sean Porter. I think him and Spence power-wise, maybe I'll slightly lean with Earl. Maybe. I'll give a slight edge to Earl in power, but not a lot. And I would give Keith a slight edge in power to all of them. I would say Keith is probably the hardest puncher because he has the combination of speed and power. Then I would say Earl and Kell Brook about even. Then Danny Garcia just a smidge below, not much of a difference. Danny might be heavier handed than Spence, but Spence has better speed. So, but power wise, they're pretty close. Crawford, I think him and Danny are kind of about the same. The power is different. Danny has heavy hands. Crawford has speed a little bit with his power. Yeah, I'll say Terrence and Danny are probably, even though they have different type of power, it's close. And everyone else is beneath them. So, but great performance from Danny. I don't know who's going to fight though, because Keith is trying to fight Pacquiao. I don't know if Pacquiao really wants to fight Keith, but I think he would rather fight Keith because Keith, almost got stopped in his last fight. So, I figure he's probably going to go with the most vulnerable guy. Earl and Sean is pretty much, it's going to be those two fighting. So, I don't know. Pacquiao, either he'll fight Danny or Keith if Floyd doesn't come back. If Floyd does come back, then it'll probably be Keith versus Danny. But if he doesn't, then it's don't be shocked if Danny Garcia's name's thrown in there. I probably would pick Danny to beat Pacquiao if they do make that happen. Actually, I'll probably pick all these welterweights to beat Pacquiao at this stage of his career. Maybe Sean Porter, he can beat him if Sean doesn't try to box. I don't like Sean trying to box. If he fights like Sean Porter of old, I'll pick him to beat Pacquiao because he struggled day and night with Jeff Horn. And Sean Porter is kind of like a bigger, more athletic version of Jeff Horn, stylistically. So, so long as Sean doesn't try to box anymore, I probably pick, at this stage of Pacquiao's career, I would pick those guys to beat Pacquiao. I don't know if Sean would stop him, or he might. I don't know, but we'll see. So the welterweight division is definitely interesting. Feel bad for Crawford because he's kind of the odd man out. Khan, I don't know where he goes from this because everyone probably agrees he quit. Keith, I think he'll probably get first dibs on Pacquiao, but Danny had a better performance, so we'll see. Earl and Sean are probably going to fight next. So we'll see what happens in the welterweight division. Whatever I know, I'll let you guys know. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, you guys have a good one. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the welterweight division. What do you think about Danny Garcia's recent performance? Who do you think he'll fight? How do you think he would do against Keith in a rematch, Sean in a rematch, Earl Spence, Crawford? Um, yeah, drop a comment. Happy Easter. Like, subscribe, and take it easy, guys.